Yeah, thank you, sir.
Okay. So in the relational algebra model, what we have to do in this relational algebra model, just listen the concept properly and focus on the numerical example only, nothing else specially. So joint operation is also type of the relational algebra. We have this topic. In the relation model, this operation is more important. And this operation is joint operation I'm talking about is completely inspired by the Cartesian product. So in the Cartesian product, what you have been observed over here from the previous part, as we have discussed, this is my point. Please focus on the study. A1 is a relation, A2 is the another relation. So in A1 and A2 relation, what you have to do, you have to map this record this one and this record this one and this record this one. So what you are doing, you are trying to make the Cartesian product. So Cartesian product is saying to us, suppose we have the two records over here and three records over here, so the multiplication or the Cartesian product of these two records will be 6. That was my point. But there is 100% guaranteed duplicacy will be there. So now you can observe over here, if Anup 1 is coming over here, so 1 is coming 2 times, 3 times also coming, okay, and 3 times this duplicacy we have. Hanrog is also coming 3 times, same Anup is coming 3 times. So in this case, you will able to see this Anup is coming 2 times, Anurag is also coming 2 times, Ganesh also coming 2 times. So you can observe over here, duplicacy is coming over here. So in the Cartesian product, 100% duplicacy will be there. If you try to make the relationship between both tables, and that is the point we have to keep in mind. So it doesn't mean if we have the different number of the columns, or if we have the same number of the column, or we have the same number of the column means attributes, we have the same roll number, name we have. But ultimately, you can observe there will be one row, definitely we can have the duplicacy. So that was a drawback we have been observed in the Cartesian plots. So to avoid the such thing, we have to use the join operation. But again, join operation itself is not a success in some other places. We can avoid the such thing. So we have the various flavor of the join operation. So let me explain what is join operation. So join operation in the relational algebra is saying to us it is coming from the, it is inspired by the Cartesian product, and it is completely pulled by the selection criteria. So in the selection criteria, what you are selecting based on your condition, based on your parameter, you are getting the record or tuples or details properly. In the relational algebra, we have to speak the tuples or rows, while in normal way we have to speak the records or table. Okay. So join operation will be denoted by the this symbol. This symbol means this symbol is totally, again I am speaking once again. It is inspired by the Cartesian product. So what is this? This cross is denoted by the Cartesian product symbol. Okay, and what we have? So at the last we have this. We are using this symbol just like a band. Okay, so this symbol is not recognized by the band, but some this in a normal speaking way we can say this is denoted by the band symbol. So in this Cartesian, in this join operation, we can allow the various kind of the join operation. So first one we have the types of the join operation. So in the type of the join operation, we have the two type of the flavor. One is the inner join and other one is the outer join. In the inner join, mostly followed by the condition. What is the condition we are following? So based on the condition, we will make the join operation. That is the point. This is summary I am speaking over here for betterment. So based on the condition parameter, based on the condition factor, you will able to understand what is the inner join. So in the inner join, we have the three kind of the sub flavor: theta join, equijoin, natural. Let me explain the first one, inner join. So inner join is what? An inner join basically select only those tuples, records, or rows which are satisfying with the our criteria, and rest of the are excluded. This rest of the are excluded means we will not consider those record or those columns which are not matching with the criteria. That is the point you have to keep in mind. And which are matching with our criteria, so we will keep only those information. So this is to be identified by as a inner join. So this is a basic term about the inner join. So after this point, first one we have the theta join. Theta join is basically kind of the inner join in which we have to denoted by the such condition from the theta, and this theta will be transformed into condition. So let me explain like over here notation. So in the notation you will be able to see here what is the notation we are using. A theta join B. So I'm just drawing once again over here. So please note down. This is what. Can anyone tell me this is what? I'm writing A cross B. What is this? Can anyone tell me what is this?
So Cartesian product.
Super. A is a Cartesian product of on B. Now, if I'm writing this one, so this is what. Now, can you speak? Now, can you speak? What is this?
स्क्रीन लैग हो रहा है सर, पता नहीं चल रहा क्या पूछ रहा है.
What is this? A. I'm just changing the symbol right now. See.
अभी A join B हो गया.
So A join B. But if I'm using this symbol right now inside this one, so this is known as the theta join. Okay. So in the subscript side, if I'm just marking the or denoted the theta, it means theta join. This theta is means we are talking about the condition. This theta we have to identify theta as a condition. So in normal way, in a speaking way, we can say A is join on the B, but here we have the theta join, so we can say A is theta join on the B, or A is theta join on the B. So what is the condition? Based on the conditional parameter, we can use such thing. Let me explain the theta join with a simple example. So this is a simple example we have been over here. So here we have the two relations. One is a table A, table B, and next we have the table B. We have the two relations. So how many tables we have? We have the two tables. That is the table A and table B. Table A also contain the B column 1 and 2. Table B also contain the same number of the columns as it is given here. So this is a point you have to keep in mind. This is a point. Column 1 and column 2. So here we have some data which belong to table A and table B. So if I'm writing here A theta join on B. Okay. So what is the theta join? So theta is our condition, as I told you. This is the condition. A dot column 2 is greater than B column 2. So this is a column 2 which belong to the this column which belong to the this column. Okay. And this is identified by as a our theta. So theta means we are talking about the condition. We are writing the condition. So this is the point we have to keep in mind. What we have representing our condition. A dot column 2 is greater than B dot column 2. So in this, what actually we are using the values. Okay, this is what you have to keep in mind. We are using the values. So what is the value which are holding by the such attribute? We will compare. We will compare the some values which are holding by the our particular column only. So the column 2 contain the two values 1 and 2, and this also contained by two values. So let us understand the first condition. A, this one. So A dot column 2 means this value 1. 1 first will match with the its B dot column 2. So now you are able to see that here 1 is greater than 1. Condition true or false? Can anyone tell me condition will be true or false? Can you tell me condition will be true or false?
False.
Yeah, false. Because we are not using the equal symbol. Now, next we have to see this part. 2 is matched with the this 3. So 2 is greater than 3. Condition will be again false. So nothing will be displayed over here. It means from these two relations A and B, as per our condition, nothing will be displayed. Now clear so far? Or any doubts? So far, everything is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So after this point, what we have to do? We have to do something properly. So let us understand the next part in simple way. If I'm writing this way, A natural join, but this is the natural join I'm not taking, I'm using theta. So A theta join on B. So what is the condition? The condition is already written over here. So I can write my condition. A theta join. So what is the condition? A dot column 2, I am writing in short way, column 2 is smaller than B dot column 2, and this B is the relation. Okay, so this is our relation, so I can write the bracket for understanding purpose only. So from this perspective, you will able to see A dot C2 is smaller than C2. So at the time, if I'm choosing the condition 1 is less than 1, so condition will be false. But 2 is less than 3, so 2 is less than 3. From this movement, we found that condition is true. So if condition is true, then you will able to see over here from the left side, which is the relation coming over here A. So we will choose the its column that belong to the A relation, which is coming on the left side. In the left side, we have the A relation. So what are the its attributes? Those are the column 1 and column 2. So column 1 and column 2 will come over here. And what are the condition at which record we are matching? So from this point, we will found that condition are matched. But we will display only which record, those record or those attributes which are belong to the column which are belong to the table A. So from this perspective, this record will not be displayed because this is matched with the our another record. We found that this is the false. 2 is less than 3, condition 2, so this will be our part of the displaying purpose. So 1 is coming over here and 2 is coming here. So this is the our output for displaying the this condition. So this will display this output. Now clear? Yes, tell me right now. Can anyone
Yes,
tell
sir.
me? But just for sake of knowledge, just if I'm doing some amendment over here, if I'm writing B theta join and A dot C2 is less than B dot C2. C2 means column 2. Now, can you tell me what would be the output? Column 1, what will contain? Column 2, what will contain? Can you tell me right now?
1 3 लिखेंगे सर.
1 3. Why? Can you tell me?
सर आगे वाले का लिखते हैं ना वो B join A लिखा हुआ है तो हम B वाले का आउटपुट लिखते हैं.
Yeah, definitely. So B is on our left side. So that's why we have to use these values. Okay, so this is the fundamental thing you have to keep in mind. Now clear? This example is clear. Theta join is clear to all right now?
सर द मीनिंग ये है कि लेफ्ट में जो लिखा हुआ है वही आएगा अगर कंडीशन ट्रू होगी.
अगर कंडीशन ट्रू होगी तो लेफ्ट साइड जो भी हमारा रिलेशन है या टेबल है, हम उसके एट्रीब्यूट्स लेंगे और उन्हीं एट्रीब्यूट्स की जो डिटेल्स है वो डिस्प्ले करेंगे. लेकिन उन्हीं को डिस्प्ले करेंगे जो वही रिकॉर्ड डिस्प्ले होंगे जिनकी कंडीशन मैच हो रही है. इसमें ऊपर वाले की मैच नहीं हो रही है फर्स्ट रिकॉर्ड की, तो हम उसको रिकॉर्ड कर नहीं लेंगे. केवल वही रिकॉर्ड आएंगे जो आपके मैच वाले हैं. So this is the point. This is the my point. Inner join is saying to us, we will satisfy the matching criteria that are included while the rest are excluded. Now clear? We will not consider only those. We will consider only those records which are matching with our conditions only. Nothing else. Now clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this was our example. Now this example is clear. Theta join is clear. Yes, tell me. Theta join is clear?
Yes, sir.
So next we have the equijoin. Equijoin is just nothing which is equal to the theta join. Instead of the theta join, what we have to use? We have to use the condition in the theta instead of the theta. So instead of the theta, if I'm using the condition, what are the various parameter I can make the condition? Various comparison operator. Those are the less than equal to or less than greater than equal to. Okay, these not, so we can take. In the equations, instead of the any other comparison operator, if we use only a single operator, that is the equivalence condition. So we have to use only the single equal to. Okay, so Instead of the double equal to, we have to use only single equal to operator. At that time, we are using the equivalence. So you will be able to see here, it is already explained, so, but I am just explaining purpose once again over here. Table A and table B, we have the some data. So this is the first record which is meeting with our condition. So we have this one. So what is going to be the syntax? A equijoin, and we have to use the symbol. See, this is the point I am highlighting, I am marking by the arrow symbol. So this is what, this is the equal symbol we are using, equalization condition. If it is matching, then record below or the information will be displayed over here. So column 2 from the column 2 from the column 2 from the relation A, and column 2 from the relation B will match if it is satisfying the condition. Of course, it is satisfying. So there is really part of the our information we will hold. Now A. So this is the information. We can't say A and B over here. And the resultant information we can't say A and B. This is just resultant information. Okay. But this column 1 and column 2 belong to the this part. Okay, this is the point you have to keep in mind. It is matching. Now we have done over here. Now 2 is equal to 3, condition is false, so it is not coming over here. So this will be our resultant output. Instead of the B, I can use instead of A, I can use a B. But at the time, what happened? Result will be same. That was my point. Result will be same. Suppose for explaining purpose, but just for explaining purpose, suppose I'm using here 9. Okay, this is the value I'm taking right now, 9, and I'm writing this condition B equijoin A dot C2 equal to B dot C2 and A. So can anyone tell me what would be the result? Can you tell me what would be the result?
वन वन ही आएगा.
No, I have already updated. This value I have updated. This value I have updated 1 to 9.
अब डिस्प्ले नहीं होगा क्योंकि कुछ इक्वल ही नहीं है.
No, again you are on the A2 dot. Then I'm just highlighting. So I'm just explaining. 1 will match with this value. It is matched, so it is true. So from this left side we have the B. So the result of the result information will come from here. But I have updated this value by 9, so no issue. So it will display 9 1. Okay, that is the point. For column 2 we are matching the values only. But for displaying purpose, we have to use a column 1 over here. So column 1 we have the 9 value. So this will represent by the 9. This is the point. This was my point. Now clear? This is just used only for the conditions purpose only. So here we are using the conditions for the value matching purpose. Now clear? This equation is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next we have the natural join. Natural join is just a little bit different from the others kind of the join. So far we have seen the theta join, equijoin. Natural join is saying to us there should be a common attribute. The first point we have to keep in mind between our relations. So far we have, and the name, what the name we are using, and the type what we are using, that must be the same. So if I'm taking the example student course, so course code would be the same name of the attribute and same type should be inside the student, and that also should be followed by the same in the course relation as well. Then you can make the relation from the natural join. So symbol will be normal way, some symbol will be as it is, just like a natural join, just like a normal join. So let us understand this thing with an example. So we have this example over here. So I'm explaining here. We have the two relations over here. One is C. Next one we have the D relation. In the C relation is having the numbers and its square values, and in the D relation we have the value in its cube. So what is the common attribute we can see over here in the relation C and D? You can observe over here, that is a num. So what is the syntax for writing C natural join D? Num will be the our common attribute, so that will come first. So that part we have over here. So we are writing num 2, 3, 2 and 3. So we have written perfectly. There is no issue. Now, from the left side, which relation we have seen? So we have to write the first its attribute name, that is square. So we have written, and respectively we have the D. So D will come over here. So now this is our point. Now, clear? Is it clear to all right now? This example is clear.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
tell me. Okay, suppose I am writing D natural join C. So what would be the order? Number, attribute name, U, and then square. Okay, now clear? If I'm using the D natural join C, so first I have to take the D's attribute name and then I have to take the attributes of the C. Now clear? Now is it clear right now or anything you need to ask right now?
No, sir, you can proceed.
Okay, thank you. Okay, this is so many times I have explained to others. This is the most important exercise right now for understanding the natural join in detail. So ID we have, name we have. This is our employee relation. So we can write this thing like this. We have salary relations. It contains also the ID relations and three, etc. So if I'm applying the employee natural join on C, please focus on the my word. If I'm applying the employee natural join on salary, so what is the common attributes? We have the ID, so we can pick over here. So ID will be here, and then employee. So employee name will come, and then salary will come. So now you will be happy to see that over here. Okay, sir. Now everything is okay right now. So what are the things we have? 101, 103, 104, 107, 101, 103, 104, 107. We have 1, 3, 4, 7. Okay, so all are matched. So we are picking over here. And respectively, we have the name Sachin, Rahul, Kapil Azay, and then we have the 65, 35, and 22. Okay, respectively, we have and 21910. We have all these in terms of salary. Are you happy with this example? Now it is real example and it is happening real. It is good. Anything you need to ask in this question?
सर अगर सैलरी रिलेशन में आईडी 101 का सैलरी अगर ना इनपुट किया होता,
You're talking about this one, 109. Am I right?
101 का सैलरी अगर हमने इनपुट ना करा होता तो भी ये ज्वाइन एप्लीकेबल था क्या?
Just okay. You are asking. Yeah, okay, no problem. Just you want to say that you want to remove this point, right? Suppose this record does not exist. Am I right?
जी सर.
Okay. So what we can do, it's very simple concept. What are the common information we are meeting? 103, 104, 107. So 103 is also available here. 104 is also available over here. 107 is also available here. But in the salary, we don't have the 101. But employee, we have 101. That is not matching. So at that moment, this record will not be count. And this record will not come here. This record will not be part of our join. So we will have only three records: 103, 104, 107. Now, is it clear to right now?
Yes sir.
So what is the problem? What is the problem you are seeing over here? You can observe over here. Here we are losing the information. While joining, we are losing the information. So the information are lost over here. So lost information, and that is a drawback of the natural join. Okay. So if I ask this question in the examination, just explain the drawback of the natural join. So you have to explain any kind of example and tell me where we are losing the information. Yes, 101 is a part of this one. 101 is not a part of this one. But where 101? Where is 101? After joining, this information should exist, but we are losing the information, and this is a drawback. That was my point. Clear? And to overcome this problem, we have our outer join. This problem we will see inside the outer join. Now this is clear to right now. What is the drawback in the natural join?
Yes sir.
Okay. So to overcome such problem, we have a outer join. So okay. Before that, let me move to the my slide here. So far we have seen the inner join. Inner join is totally based on the condition. Here we have seen the theta join. And theta join means theta we have to mark, but that should be identified by as a condition. Equities, each of the any other condition you can use only the single operator, that is the equivalence operator or equivalence condition we can use. In the natural join we can add, but we will pick only those information which are matching with the criteria. Other information will be excluded. Then what a drawback? We are losing the information. That was a big problem. So to overcome such problem, we have an outer join. So outer join we have the three different mode flavor, and here left, right, and full outer join. Let us understand the thing with the help of the outer join theory. So not theory, but just definitive part. In an outer join, we are able to pick all the records or tuples which are matching with the criteria. It's okay, we are picking. But now we have a right to pick the some information which are not matching with the criteria. So that is the point you have to keep in mind. The matching criteria we will pick, but we will also pick those record tuples which are also not matching with the criteria. And that is the point to be identified inside the outer join. And here we have the three different flavors: left outer join, right outer join, and full outer join. Okay. So let us understand the thing properly with help of the example. Okay. This example is visible to all right now, doctor relations, and next we have the permanent document relations. Just tell me right now any problem you are having, so please let me know right now.
No, sir.
Okay, so here we have the two different relation. I am speaking once again doctor relation, and another one is the permanent document relation. If I do the natural join over here, if I do the natural join, so please keep in mind. So what are the values? What are the doctor ID I can pick? Doctor ID is a common attribute, so we can do the natural join without any doubt. Same type or same name we have, so there will be no issue. If I do this activity over here, suppose if I do the natural join over here, so let me write over here. See, if I do the doctor natural join with permanent document, I am writing short way for understanding purpose only, nothing else. So can anyone tell me what would be the values we can have over here? Let me explain. Doctor ID will be the attribute, name will be the attribute. Okay, so doctor ID is common, so I will not keep once again over here. It is already written. Address will be there, birth date will be there, and salary will be there. Okay, so this is the address, this is the birth date, and this is the. So these are our attributes. Now, can you tell me right now what are the information I will have? Can you tell me right now? Just tell me right now.
सर 1 to 4 का इंफॉर्मेशन आएगा.
1 2 3 4 information. Why?
सो क्योंकि 3 दूसरे वाले टेबल में नहीं है और 5 पहले वाले टेबल में नहीं है.
Yeah, super. See, 3 is a document ID which does not exist inside the permanent document relation. While talking about the 5 document ID that does not exist inside the doctor relation. So that is the point we have to keep in mind. So there will be the 1 to 4, and respectively we will have these values. So ultimately, what we are doing in the natural join, we have seen this thing. We are losing the information. So to overcome such problem, we have the outer join. That was the reason. So let us understand this thing. Now this is the example I've already explained. So we have this point right now. So we will have this example. It has been observed over here. Doctor in the doctor relation, doctor ID and details we have. But tuple that describing doctor ID in the doctor relation is absent in the permanent document relation. That was my point. Same thing in the doctor ID 5 in the permanent document relation, we are not able to see inside the doctor relation. So ultimately, you are losing some information after applying the natural join. Okay, so this would be the our result. Now, any doubt so far? Tell me right now. The natural join is drawback is clear. Just tell me right now. Anything is clear? Any doubt so far? Just tell me right now. Any doubt so far?
No, sir.
Okay, so let us understand the outer join once again properly. What is the definition of the outer join is saying to us? It's saying to us After matching the information, then we can't leave the information. We have to pick properly. So here we have the three kind of the flavor. One is the left and then right and then full. So let us understand the first one, left out. So this is theory we have written over here. And what is the biggest advantage for using the outer join? Avoid the loss of the information. Avoid the loss of the information. This is the biggest advantage. Okay. And here we have an example. Okay. So in this example, you will able to read some information. I am explaining once again. Left outer join will take the all the record which are lying on the left relation. Okay, and that did not match with any tuple in the right relation, and rest of the thing will be paired by the null value which are not available inside the left relation. So left outer join is saying to us you can use only the natural join relation symbol, so we can make. But when we're talking about the left outer join, then use these two lines to make the left outer join to define that now left relations are open to use the entire details which are not matching. Then we can also have, but in the right join we have the bind by, we can't take. So from this our example, now you will be able to see Dr. ID 3 is a part of the doctor relation. So what is the example we have? Doctor left outer join, doctor left outer join, permanent document. Doctor left outer join on the permanent document relation. So I'm just marking, I'm just using this symbol. Now you will be able to see this is left outer join. So 1 to 4 will come naturally. So this will be come to the natural join without handout because these are the common attributes. After this point, we have to take the all the attributes which are not matching with the right. So what are those? Dr. ID there's 3. So we can pick, we can write over here. We have entered. Name is also available, Shunil, so we can also put it over here. But in the relation, uh, in the relation doctor, address, birth date, and salary does not exist. These attributes are not part of the this relation. So what value we have to fill? We can't leave. We have to put the null keyword, and null is defining that the value is not defined here for the particular column or domain only. That is the reason. So we are not initializing, we are not putting any values here. So we have to write the something. So what we can write? We can't write the any name. We can't write anything. We have to write something in the technically. We have to use a null. Null is saying to us the value is not defined for particular data element. That was one. So here we have to mark by the null. So NU double L null is nothing which is saying to us on the particular point the value is not defined. In the programming we also use the null, so it means the particular value is not defined. That's the sense. So left outer join is clear to all right now. Tell me any doubt. Left outer join is clear. Left outer join is clear.
It's clear, sir.
Okay, good. So just like the right or left outer join, we have the right outer join. See this example. So in the right outer join, if I'm doing this activity, what is I'm doing? I'm doing activity doctor right outer join, doctor right outer join. So please focus on the symbol. Doctor right outer join on the permanent document relation. So what I'm saying observe over here, it's saying to us we have to pick the first column thing, common thing. So 1, 2, 3 will come over here, and things. If I'm just marking by this symbol, then you will be able to see over here all the information which are matching with the left right side. We will pick. We have done, but from the right side, what are the information which are not matching? Then we have to put over here. So which are the value that does not matching inside the document relation? That is the fifth. So fifth is the ID or document ID that does not exist inside the doctor relation. Then we have to add over here. So we are writing over here. But as you can see, if you remember the personal permanent document relation, in this relation, now you can observe over the screen, the name is an attribute does not exist over here. So what we have to write? We have to write null in such part only. So we have this part. We have the null. It means because why? The name attribute, I can write over here for better name attribute. So name attribute does not exist. Name attribute does not exist. Doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. Okay. I'm writing shortly PD relation. Okay, PD means permanent document relation. And rest of the thing you can see address, birth date, and salary is already we have, because fifth document ID which belong to the fifth document ID inside the permanent document relation. All these values are already available, so we have this value. That is it. This is the right outer join. So what you have been observed here, the left and outer joint, we have some issues. Can anyone tell me what is the issues? What is the issues we have in the left and right outer joint after applying these two kind of the outer joint flavor? Can anyone tell me? Just tell me right now, what is the drawback you are having over here? Yes, tell me, students, please speak.
So incomplete data.
Can you tell me how you can say it is incomplete data?
Because we are having the address, birth date, and salary, but still we are not having the name. So it's kind of an incomplete record.
Okay. Can any other student tell me right now what is the problem we are observing over here? Can anyone tell me right now? After seeing the left and outer join, what is the drawback we are observing?
Sir, maybe the order of the records is shuffled.
No. So just in the left and right outer join, you have been observed two things. If I'm using the left outer join, then I'm not using this ID. If I'm using the right outer join, then I'm not using this ID. So according to the outer join, why we are using the outer join? Because we do not want to lose our information. So if I'm using the doctor and permanent document relation ID, then doctor ID should be included into my new relation by using applying the outer join 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All the doctor ID must be exist. But after applying the left and outer join, I am finding over here the common attribute 1 to 4 are coming. But if I'm applying the left outer join, then I'm missing 1. Then if I'm applying the right outer join, then I'm also missing the 1 ID. So that's why again we are still on the loss of the information. That was my point. Now you are observing. Now you are observing right now. Tell me. That's why I have crossed over here. 3 is not available here.
Yes, sir.
So that was a drawback or loss of the information while applying the left and right outer join. So to overcome such problem, we have a full outer join. And full outer join is the Brahmas to keep all the information. So by applying the join operation on our two tables, then all the information must be kept. Suppose we are losing some information or we are not missing some information, then how to prevent such thing? So we have to apply the full outer join. Full outer join is a combination of the both part, left and right outer join. Let me explain. See this one. The full outer join, there's a symbol is not a special symbol. The symbol is very saying to us, first you have to apply the join. Okay. And after applying the join, after picking the common attributes or common values or common data, you can apply either the left outer join first or right outer join. It's your choice. Okay. Then this will be open from the both direction. So from this perspective, you are able to see 1, 2, 3 is common attribute. So I'm just able to see over here. So I'm just marking this point. Now you can see on the my slide as well. So 1, 2, 4 is coming commonly, and then after applying the left autogen, if you want to apply the right autogen first, then you can apply. It's a choice. So now I'm applying the left autogen first, and then 3 will come over here, and rest of the information which are not part of the left autogen, that is the browser address, birth date, salary, we have seen. So I have put as a null. And now next I have to take the right after auto join. So 5 I have to take over here. Name was not part of the our PD relation, that is a common document relation. So it will be represented null. So this is the point. So here we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, or we can say 1, 2, 4, 3, 5 ID. So here all the IDs are coming. Now clear right now? This is the beauty of the full auto join. So we are not losing any information. And that's why outer join is more succeed over the Cartesian product. So join is better than the Cartesian product because duplicacy will be there, but here we are trying to remove the duplicacy. That's why that is the point. But this is the point you have to keep in mind properly while applying the thing properly. So this is the outer join or natural join or joining operations are most usable while making the relationship. This is the thing we have to keep in mind properly. So full auto join is clear to all right now? Yes, tell me right now, full auto join is clear? Or anyone who need to ask any question regarding the full auto join? Yes, tell me. Any doubt so far?
No, sir.
So far what we have discussed the join operation and its various type of category. So I'm speaking once again, join is basically essentially part of the Cartesian product, but in the Cartesian product we can have the duplicacy to avoid the system, we have to use this way. In the join we have the two types of the flavor, one is inner join and outer join. Inner join we have to follow by the conditional approach. So we have the theta join, equijoin and natural join. Theta join and equijoin is okay for the condition we can apply. So that's the required value for matching purpose only, nothing else. But in the natural join, we have to keep in mind the both the attributes what we are using. So both tables must have the same kind of the information, same kind of the data, or same kind of the name. But if we are matching different, then we will remove or we can't consider those information. But ultimately, what we are observing, we are losing the information, and losing the information means you are not cope up with the database properly. So that's why we have the outer join. So you can apply the left outer join, right outer join, respectively, getting by the value from the left side to right side. It's a choice. Ultimately, after applying the outer join, that is a left outer join or right outer join, we have been observed over here. We are not able to access the information properly because ultimately, again, we are losing some information from the one end only, or by the left hand or right hand relation. So to overcome such problem in the outer, left outer, right outer, we have the full outer join. So first you can have to apply the natural join, and then you have to apply the left outer join or right outer join. It's your best, whatever outer join you want to apply, you can apply. So we are using the both outer join over here, and that is known as the full outer join. So this is the summary of this concept we have seen so far. Okay, tell me more doubt if you have.